I am putting it unlisted right after because I don't want people to feel weird or self-conscious about having this on the internet forever. So I'm starting right now and I'm bringing up my chat window. And today we're going to talk movies, but hold on. Bringing up the chat window. And if you guys want to mute the experience audio because there is an audio loop built into this laptop, which is an interview that I did with Philip Rosedale 5 years ago and with Ebbe 3 years ago. Okay, we're streaming. Very good. Okay. And now I'm changing here. There we go. And Chris the Wolf, are you standing very let's see where you're standing. I want to evaluate. Oh God, am I crashing? Come on. Oh boy, something is happening. There we go. Now we're properly, okay. I see. Chris needs a little bit more light next time. Chris needs a little bit more. Okay, folks, where is the mayor? Where's the
I
mayor?
don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen him actually.
Do you guys see him on the local chat?
Yes.
He's in this experience.
He's here somewhere. Yeah.
Should I run upstairs real quick and see where he is? But he knows where to go.
He knows where to go.
He knows where to go.
Yeah.
Doesn't need a taxi.
He's a mayor.
Chris the Wolf says, "I'm so glitchy." Okay, so but I'm gonna go through with the theme today, and that means that the title for today's book club, Unsung Heroes, as advertised, is going to come back because I actually think that's an awesome topic. So today we're gonna talk top 10 movies. Now let's do this. How about we start with our number? Now I give you each of you a few minutes to think about this, but we're gonna start with number 10, and we're gonna see if we can go through those within the hour. So we're going to start with number 10. So think of your number 1, I guess, and then walk yourself backwards to number 10. Right? So think about this while I'm lowering the experience audio in VR. Whoa, this is awesome. I'm going to turn down the experience audio, bringing up the master, and I'm saving it. Mayor? Oh, here is the mayor. Mayor, would you please do us the honor and stand behind this microphone here? Go a little closer, please. This microphone right there. Very nice, very nice. So, Mayor, today we're going to talk top 10 movies. And please think of your top 1 movie, I guess, and then walk yourself backwards. Chicken Dinner is also standing with us here. Today, if you're just tuning in, and if you're not my mom, we're not talking unsung heroes. We're talking top 10 movies. So I'm going to start with my number 10 movie. No, let's take the round. Let's take Starfire from left to right. So, Starfire, what's your 10th best movie? And then we're going to walk ourselves up to number 1.
Just Get Me. I haven't a clue.
Just Get Me. That's an interesting title. Is that the sequel to The Italian Job? No. No. If you don't want to, if you can't think of anything, no problem. Then we're going to take the round.
It's really hard to go backwards.
It is true. It really is true because. Wait, I'm a winner. Chicken Dinner. Yeah, that's even from the spot to Chicken Dinner. We're talking about. Right. So who wants to go next with? Then let's just start with Leper, since you forced us to abandon this format. Leper, what's your number 10 movie? Number 10 down.
Right. So first of all, I want to say thank you, Drax, for having me here. And secondly, yeah, my VR has problems, so I might have to relog a couple of times to re-chat and stuff.
Okay.
So you know.
Yes.
And I don't get what you mean by favorite movies. Like, does it mean a favorite type of movie?
No, no, your all-time favorite movies. Think of your all-time favorite movies. If you go to a desert island and you can only take 10 movies, which one would be number 10?
Hmm.
And as Leper is wrecking his brain, who wants to chime in?
I guess it would have to be The Hobbit.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
The Hobbit. There we go. There's The Hobbit again. Daisy, what's yours?
Well, it's not The Hobbit. I found The Hobbit a bit slow, actually. I think The Lord of the Rings was quite good.
Really?
I probably wouldn't go on my top 10, even The Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I don't know really. I couldn't give you a top 10. I could give you a top 2 for sure, but
Yeah.
probably one that would be near the bottom would be near the bottom of the top 10 would be maybe Star Trek 4.
Ah,
That's the one with the whale and the one
where they go to
Chekhov
the
is
San
in Francisco,
right.
and nuclear vessels in his Russian. It's
Oh,
a funny
yeah.
funny movie.
That actually,
Yeah.
I will always remember that. Do you guys, has everybody seen Star Trek 4? There is a scene where the guys in that, I forget the context, but the guys in that lab or the environmental agency,
They were getting transparent aluminum.
transparent aluminum.
I don't remember in that much detail.
Oh my God! What I remember is that Scotty talks to the computer and assumes that the computer
Yeah.
will talk, and he says
Yeah.
computer, and then the
Yeah.
guys in our present in the 80s, they look at him and then they give him the mouse, and he takes the mouse to his mouth and talks into
Yeah.
the mouse.
Yeah, it's a funny film. There's
They
lots
needed-
of really funny bits in it.
Yeah.
They needed transparent aluminum to build the
Right.
well
Yes.
enclosure.
That's why they had to go back in time.
They had to go back in time to get some whales. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
To
was I
answer
think
the
there
call
was
for
a
the
call, wasn't there? Yes.
there was a
Aliens or
spaceship that was
something.
talking to the whales, and the whales weren't
Oh.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
It was a sort of environmental film actually. I mean,
Yeah.
Even although it was kind of a silly film, there was quite a serious theme to it as well.
Yeah.
You know, conservation and extinction of whales and all the rest of it.
I mean, kind of
So,
everything from
yeah.
the 80s had a sort of a silly touch to it, with kind of seriousness and then silliness mixed in with the look and everything. So Leper says The Hobbit, Daisy says Star Trek 4. Who else wants to chime in with their?
I will.
Yeah.
I would have to say my number 10 film would be Harvey.
Oh, I have heard of the film, but I'm not sure if I've ever seen it. Who is in it? What is it about?
It's about a 6-foot-tall rabbit.
Oh, that's right. Is
a
it
puka.
an actor in a costume, or is it?
No, the rabbit is actually invisible.
Oh,
Only one character can see him.
that's right. That's right. Now it rings a bell. And who is acting in that?
Oh, what was his name?
Can somebody look it up? See, this is where I need to quickly type something into
James Stewart.
James Stewart. That's right. You're right. You know what? Let me try this here. I'm going to type in the local chat. Let's see if I can do this. This is an interesting experience. Guys, can you hear me? I want to type this in to...
Attention span of a squirrel.
Who does? Me? Oh,
We
Leper.
can't hear you, Drax.
Of course they can't. That's called audio occlusion. Can you hear somebody who is in a different room outside of a control studio with soundproofing? Of course you guys can't hear me.
Because I can hear vibrations. so
That's
I
right.
can hear earthquakes.
And I heard lepers say attention span of a squirrel. Well, I was trying to type in actually with the VR keyboard into the with the stream changing script, I could bring up Wikipedia um on the screen there. It was just an experiment, but you know what? The VR keyboard does not have special characters. Does not have forward slash, for example. Hardy, and that's I'm gonna take a mental note because that's great. Jimmy Stewart is in that one. Exactly. Okay, let me just see who this is. Here's somebody standing in front of the window here. Ah, Matt. Matt is back. Matt, you can join us. Just come on in. Keep yourself muted if you will, because otherwise we'll have feedback. Now let's see. Did somebody type? You guys type? Here we go.
Yeah, this Chris Wolf person is asking for help. Should we help them?
Help me,
Or are we
please.
too
I don't
busy?
know how to chat. But Chris is chatting. This is how you chat. Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell. Let's see here. What are you typing here?
There's a little button on the left-hand side that looks like a microphone. Click that, and the dot will turn green.
Oh, he wants to use voice. Yeah, good advice. Hey, Chicken Dinner. What movie are you referring to? Chicken Dinner with Tom Cruise and Colin Farrell. I don't know what movie that is.
Minority Report.
Oh, Minority
Chicken
Report.
Dinner.
There you go. You know what? Minority Report is interesting because I remember that some people did not like that when it came out, but I think it aged really, really well. Of course, now we're living in that age in many ways. Also, I wanna say that Minority Report, in essence, deals with what is actually happening, which is predictive policing. And there are precincts in the U.S. who are using predictive policing. There's a wonderful book by Kathy O'Neill called "Weapons of Math Destruction," where she describes algorithms that are used for basically social control of various kinds. Minority Report.
A little bit of Master Trusting and Master Trusting too. They were good movies. Those are good movies.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a nonfiction book called Weapons of Mathematics Destruction, where a former financial a coder for financial products is illuminating the the way algorithms are used for something called predictive policing, which is arguably what has been depicted in Minority Report. And now my number 10 movie is Johnny Mnemonic. Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves. And this movie was trashed. It was hated. It was, of course, an attempt to make a movie out of William Gibson. Neuromancer actually was more based on a short story, but Neuromancer was never made into a film. I actually think, with all the corniness, I think Johnny Mnemonic is pretty good. Who's next?
Never seen it. Don't think
Yeah.
so anyway.
Yeah.
Never seen it, never heard of it.
Isn't that the one where he inserted into himself like a disc that had information?
Well, since I am actually not a movie watcher, so this is like out of my league today because I'm a book nerd, Starfire. Yes, that's what he does, but that's based on Neuromancer, and I think everybody in cyberspace, as we are in the metaverse, you gotta start reading Neuromancer, which is Neuromancer. That's what Neuromancer is about. Keanu Reeves plays a courier, basically, um, who traffics in information that is inserted into his brain. Hello, Chris the Wolf.
Sorry, I think I got it working.
Woohoo,
Yay!
Chris the Wolf! Finally, we can ask him, why are you a Lego man when you pretend you're a wolf? Was your mother a wolf or a distant cousin?
I am a wolf. my generation of family is wolves, but the Lego Man called to me
I understand.
as it was there. I
You
have
are
many
in a way.
others.
Wait a minute. You are in a way a Lego man, a wolf in Lego's clothing.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it took me a long time to figure this out. I actually worked on this for a week. I knew that Chris was coming here, so I worked on the joke. I'm slow.
It took me a while to figure out how to even do the voice.
Now you know. Would you like to chime in with if you had 10 movies and we're counting backwards, counting to number one, what is your 10 best favorite movie? Don't pick number one.
Well, counting from 10, I mean, I would do The Maze Runner.
Oh, I have read the book. Here we go. Because yeah, is that really good? That came out fairly recently. Why do you like it?
It was a very good one. It's got a lot of action. Reminded me a lot of books I used to read when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the other one would have to be any of the Stephen Kings, but probably my girlfriend's favorite, It.
It.
A lot of the Stephen King movies suck.
Yeah, but they have corniness.
We're talking books.
Yeah.
No, we're talking movies.
Actually, Chris the Wolf. Yeah, sorry, Chris. I need to clarify. And Chris is a fellow book nerd, so it's great to have you here, Chris, but we are in the minority, Chris, here. We have been pressured. We have been, if you will, bullied to discuss movies today. And we gave in because Lepper here, the mayor. No, I'm just joking.
He doesn't like books.
Lepper hates books so much that, as a matter of fact, in the morning, when he gets up, the first thing he does is to set fire on 3 books and tosses them out into the street. So it's like
Leper. Dear.
Yeah.
I considered you a friend. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris, no, we're talking our top 10 movies today.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. But by the way, because you're saying It, I just also want to say that It for me was actually my favorite Stephen King book. We had that topic last time. Somebody never read Stephen King or something, and we said like which one to start with, and I would say The Shining. Did you say that, Daisy? Right, you said you never read Stephen King, right?
Yeah, I've never read Stephen King, no.
Okay, you should start with The Shining. That's just my 2 cents.
Start with the Gunslinger series. The Dark Tower series.
Right, that's what you said, Starfire. Right. And I don't disagree completely, but The Shining, yeah, it's so different. I mean, he really covers a lot of ground.
It's on my Christmas list, actually. The Shining. So yeah.
And the Dark Tower
back to movies.
Okay.
But all these books you're talking about were movies. They were alternative movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really bad movies.
Yeah.
I know The Shining is pretty good. I know it was pretty good.
See, I like where this is going because now I can talk about books again because the cool thing about books is you can make this world in your head. You can make your own movies in your head, and you're not slave to the
We discussed that with the It monster last week.
Yes, the It monster. There you go. Yep.
The fact that the movie It monster sucked.
Yep.
But in your head, he was awesome.
Yep. And also, okay, now next movie, number 9. What's number 9? And Matt, you can chime in here in text. I gotta bring up the chat window here. Matt is saying something. Keanu Reeves all the way. Exceeds neural storage. Loses childhood. Yeah, very good, very good. Matt is summarizing Johnny Mnemonic. I can get to his house in 20 minutes and tell him he sucks if you like. Oh, cool. Oh, Matt, are you saying you live close to Keanu Reeves? Okay. No. I don't think Keanu Reeves sucks. I actually think he's also a really wonderful human being. I never met him, but I saw The Shining while back in an empty hotel in a snowstorm in the middle of the night. Oh, Stephen King. Yeah, I was wondering because Noah was saying Bangor, Maine. But okay, Equilibrium. Chicken Dinner says this is number 9. Elaborate a little bit, summarize it. I've not seen it. Um, my number 9 is
You must probably mean Equalizer.
Equalizer.
That was good. Yeah, it's a good movie.
That's with
It was basically a cop movie.
right.
Kind of like. Well, yeah, it was.
That with
It was
Denzel
basically a
Washington.
cop movie. Who was a dark hero, basically.
Mm-hmm. With Denzel Washington, or am I mixing this up? Who is in the Equalizer? Chicken Dinner says, in a futuristic world, a strict regime has eliminated war by suppressing emotions. Book, art, music are strictly forbidden. Feeling is a crime. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Punishable by death. Cleric John Preston is a top-ranking government agent responsible for destroying those who resist the rules. When he misses a dose of prosium, a mind-altering drug that hinders emotion, Preston, who has been trained to enforce the strict laws of the new regime, suddenly becomes the only person capable of overthrowing it. Wow, Chicken Dinner is a really good writer.
I think he pulled that from IMDb.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Written an entire thesis.
It's like,
An analysis
God, you're cheating, you're copying
10
and
seconds.
pasting. I was like, wow, there you go. Chris, what's next on your list? Chris lost voice.
Oh, man, this
Number
correct.
9, I would say Forrest Gump.
Oh, Ender's Game. Who said what? What?
I say
Man,
my
is that-
number 9 is Forrest Gump.
Ah, Forrest Gump. Yeah, awesome. I was with Cody from the movie, from my documentary movie. We were at Bubba Gump Shrimp on the Santa Monica Pier when we reshot parts of the movie. And Cody has, and they give away stuff. And Cody was he was answering all the questions correctly, and then we got some free stuff. Um, yeah, Forrest Gump is great.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Actually, Matt here, Ender's Game, and every time Ender's Game comes up, my response is that I'm baffled by the fact that Ender's Game is one of the most important, most timely science fiction books for today's age, given the issue of militarism and also sort of fake news, basically, which is depicted in the narrative. And the film is, frankly, my opinion, garbage. And the author is also garbage, the way he talks about with his homophobia and all this kind of stuff. So I'm obligated.
Sometimes.
Contractually, I'm obligated to say that because it's interesting that artists who can be so, they're so they have their finger on the pulse of humanity, and they write something important or make an important movie, and then they turn out to be total jerks.
Yeah, I've come across that a few times actually. I mean, people that, because I write a bit and work in the science fiction field, and I've read stories or whatever, I thought were wonderful, and then I sort of met the authors involved online and got to know them slightly. And,
Yeah.
And it's been a bit of a disappointment in some cases.
Oh, already, just like in an online interaction, you could immediately tell that.
Forums.
Yeah.
Online forums, you can immediately tell what someone, if they're very right wing or something. You don't have to know them intimately. You come across people that have written sort of wonderful stories, Hugo winners or whatever that you've read and loved in the past.
Right.
And you find out that they're not people that you'd really want to know particularly.
It was crazy that I don't know if you guys caught my interview with Liz Jensen, who sold the movie rights to The Ninth Life of Louis Drax, which is actually a good movie. And she interacted with Harvey Weinstein because he bought the movie rights. Wait, Matt is saying a Subway sandwich pudding pop. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson, interesting example. Mel Gibson, a-hole, uh, a Holocaust denier, and a frankly religious fanatic. Again, my opinion. This is an opinion program. You can disagree with me, please. He's a consummate artist who made important films. Um, oh, Matt is saying a Subway sandwich is a bad guy with a good product. I don't know. Subway is not a person. It's a store.
I'm back.
Chris is back. Okay,
My
Chris, what's your
video went
next
out.
movie?
My eyes went black. Well, I was looking at it on the ground here before my video actually went black. Right next to me, I would pick it up. Is a Conan.
Oh,
Where'd it go?
Conan. Where's my Conan book? This is the... Chris, you're my new best friend. You're my new best friend. Conan, as Arnold said at the time. Arnold said at the time, he was asked, how did you like playing Conan? You know what he said in an interview, and you can look this up on YouTube. You will find it. Arnold said, I did not play Conan. I am Conan. All right, that killed the room. Obviously, no Arnold fans, no Conan fans.
I'll be
No.
back.
I'm an Arnold fan. I reckon Kindergarten Cop is
Oh yeah,
probably
yeah, yeah,
on
good.
on the top 10.
There you
I
go.
would
That's
say.
good.
It's wonderful. Actually,
Yeah.
I like a lot of funny films. I've got quite a few funny films on my top 10.
Where is my Conan book? Because when Conan, I still have these books actually in my shelf in pristine condition, and I say this all the time, but the German publisher came out with a new edition of the original Conan stories from Robert E. Howard and all these other writers that are still writing that series, I think, and they came out with a special edition with like 20 books, and each one had a still image from the Conan movie with Arnold on it, and I was 15 at the time or something, maybe 14.
Can,
I was buying
is
them.
it possible that I could have taken it?
Yes.
Is that a possibility? How do I check
No.
if I did that?
No, you know what you did, and this is a glitch, this is a known issue. See, I'm taking this book here, and I'm gonna let it drop, and some items will disappear. This is a known issue with here, now it just disappeared. This happens with small dynamic objects, and they
It's
disappear,
in
and
my
then
leg.
they
I
come.
see it. It's in my leg.
Oh, it is? Okay, just click, hit the mouse button, and then you'll drop it. He stole my Conan. Now you're standing on it. Oh my God, you're standing on Arnold. Chris stood on me.
How long is this show?
It's 5 hours, just as long as my workout back in Muscle Beach in 1969. Starfire. You look tasty. Sorry. Not
Feed
funny.
me.
Well, Arnold had a little thing going, that today probably wouldn't be acceptable. For good reason, by the way. So where are we? Who is talking there, Chris? That's not you. There's somebody in there. Who is talking? I'm gonna look into your chest. Who is in there? Somebody that... Open up! Hello, Josephine. I know, I have less attention span than
Hi,
a squirrel, as Leper pointed out. Where are we? Number 8? Well, I'm trying to run a show here. Matt said, he was, with Jared. We covered Jared, actually. Yeah, I totally forgot that Jared was convicted as well.
You totally skipped my number 9. The same.
I did. Leper, what's your number 9?
Number 9 has to be Player 1.
Ready Player One?
Player 1.
Oh, okay.
Don't let Sansar hear you say that.
Who? Sansar? Who is that? Is that a world?
I've heard about it somewhere.
But it's not a person. Does Sansar have ears?
Yes, I do.
What did you like about Ready Player One?
Well, let's see. The storyline, the action, the romance, and the special effects.
It had everything.
Yeah.
Everything that I hate about
But the
movies.
kitchen sink. Oh wait, I did see a kitchen sink.
It had a kitchen sink in it.
Yeah, in that junkyard.
And a washing machine.
Okay, I'm going to go with my number 8 now. And I don't know, we're going all over the place, but that's fine. I'm going to pick a movie that I think all you guys should watch because it's also on YouTube. The Great Dictator by Charlie Chaplin. This is
I think I've seen that.
it's an amazing movie. I mean, Charlie Chaplin is there's nothing that he made that is ever bad in my book, but The Great Dictator is amazing because here's a quick backstory. This came out in 1938. Now, around the time when he started developing this movie, the peop the consensus in the US was among the elites that Hitler was maybe crazy, but he was not all that crazy and he was not all that bad. Charlie Chaplin was one of the only people at the time in the artist community and in sort of the leadership Hollywood community who said this guy is insane and he will uh, plunge us all into hell. And so he saw this and he was hell-bent on making this satire, The Great Dictator, which is brilliant, where he plays a Hitler-like character and also a Jewish barber who looks exactly the same. And then they get mixed up, and it's incredibly good. Uh,
I thought it was a movie about Trump.
no, I think Trump was not born in 1938, although his father may have been. Trump's grandfather was evicted from Bavaria, where I'm born, and and had to go to the U.S. Hitler hated whom? Charlie Chaplin? Yeah,
Charlie Chaplin.
I don't doubt it. Yeah, Hitler was very much about very specific art that served the that was his ideal was art that was depicting strength and was very sort of straightforward and broadly speaking, I can go into enormous detail, which I won't, because I did study that in high school. Hitler was um, destroying abstract art and any art that was basically, uh, yeah, critical or satiric or of a mm, genre that could be interpreted in different ways. Um,
And if anyone wants to watch it, the full movie's on YouTube.
There you go. You guys, it's so funny. And he has a special accent, and then the storyline with the barber is just it's wonderful. And there's a wonderful. This is my last word on this. The last scene. So he gets like mixed up. The barber gets mixed up. The Jewish barber with the Hitler um, character, and then he actually gets to hold a speech, and it's a wonderful scene. Yeah. Who's next?
I would say my number 8 would be Sound of Music.
Oh, wonderful.
Ooh.
Ah,
That's a good one.
He picked it.
Sound of Music. Nothing more to say other than if you ever come to Salzburg, don't take the Sound of Music tour. There are other things that you can see there. That's what Americans usually do.
I already saw it all in the movie. Why do I need to see it again?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, it's like, I mean, I hate German tourists when I bump into them. I think they're awful. And so actually, and a lot of my American friends, they say, well, American tourists are worse if you bump into them abroad. And I said, no, 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 German tourists are worse. But what is really bad are the typical American tourists in Salzburg. I used to go to Salzburg quite a lot, and they're like looking around like, hello, can you tell me where to get to the Sound of Music tour bus? So they have like tours around town and stuff. So, yeah.
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Good. Good one. How long is this show? Shutter Island. That's actually that was on my list a while back.
Shadow Island was kind of disturbing, actually.
It was what? Leper?
Kind of disturbing.
Oh, disturbing.
What was Shutter Island? I forgot.
Shutter Island was a mental institution.
Oh yes, I remember that movie.
Spooky, scary.
The one that ended where you don't know if it was real or not.
Yes.
Kind of like Sansar.
But I gotta say, my number 8 was probably what's that called?
My Little Pony.
No! Oh my God! My Little Pony. You wait, Starfire. We joke about this all the time. You wait until the bronies discover Sansar, and they come.
No.
Actually, oh sorry. Okay, Leper. Because I was gonna say my favorite movie of all time is the Esteban trolling videos from Second Life. But anyway, that's just.
But I would say my number 8 was
Yes.
Quantum Vectors. I guess maybe I was saying the title wrong. That's kind of hard for me to say. But yeah.
Try to say it.
Ion Vectors, I think. Ion Vectors. I think that's the correct word.
Iron Vectors.
Ion.
Ion. Okay, let me try to locate this, and you tell me if I'm correct. Ion. Does anybody know what leper could mean here? Let me try to find this.
Don't know.
Ion. The only thing
Well, there is a movie called Ion.
No.
Is it just Ion?
No, it's an old movie of the 2000s. But it's called Iron Factor.
That's funny that people call movies from the 2000s old, and just referring a Charlie Chaplin movie from 1938. I guess old is relative.
Yeah.
Is it?
I got some old relatives too.
Starfire is good. That was good.
I'd say my number 9 was Galaxy Quest, and my number 8 is
Hello.
The King's Speech.
Come on in. Don't be shy. Sorry, Daisy, you were saying?
I reckon my number 9 is Galaxy Quest, and my number 8 is The King's Speech. Something like that, anyway.
What is Galaxy Quest again?
Oh, you've never seen
Galaxy Quest?
Oh, that was a great one.
It's hilarious.
Galaxy Quest.
It's another hilarious one.
Guys, please remember, I'm a total nerd who likes to be alone in a library. I enjoy that. I hate people. I don't like to talk. I know everybody's like, Drax, did you take your meds today? What's going on? So Galaxy Quest, who wants to give me the pitch? What is this about?
It's a spoof of
It's a spoof of sort of Star Trek, really.
Star Trek. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Starring Tim Allen.
Oh, with Tim Allen, that's right. Oh yeah.
Never Surrender.
It was basically about actors who played heroes, and then some aliens saw them.
Right.
They were like, "Oh yeah, these are heroes, so we need them." And then they were like, "What the hell with the actors?" So they had to pretend they were heroes.
Oh. Okay.
It's okay, but yeah,
I can't stand Tim Allen, but I'll put this on the list. That sounds good.
It's funny.
But Iron Vector was about a girl named Purple who was kind of in a futuristic realm. Yeah, she was like an agent, and she had to survive traps and stuff. Kind of like Black Widow, was futuristic.
My favourite part is the chompers, though, because that's not actually a spoof on Star Trek so much as on sort of a really cheap sort of 70s sci-fi like Blake 7 that I used to love with really wobbly sets. I think I've got it a clip bookmarked actually. Let me try and find it. Galaxy Quest.
Now my next, let's see, I'm gonna look at the chat here. Who wants to chime in, folks? Don't be shy, chime in.
About what?
The next, we're at, let's
seven?
just, no, we're at number 5. I'm gonna skip a few because Braveheart, there you go. Braveheart is good, yeah. And
2001: A Space Odyssey.
and Mel Gibson is trash.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee.
What? Gandhi?
Crocodile Dundee, the movie. I mean the
Oh,
movie.
Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile
Oh, yeah.
Don't know about that.
Ugh, I'm debating
Crocodile.
internally.
You know, there's a film called An Alligator Called Daisy.
What?
There is.
No way.
I've seen it.
You're lying. Is that true?
No, I'm not lying. I'm not
funny.
lying. I've seen it. There is.
That is awesome.
My number 5 would be 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very important. Now, my number 5 is Dawn of the Dead. Now, I'm debating this because I almost wanted to have this as number 1, but I've thought of a different number 1. Dawn of the Dead, the original George Romero movie from 1978, maybe? Is that 8? Is brilliant. Don't tell me anything, please, about the remake, or I'm going to smack you in the nards. Sorry, I gotta be very graphic about this. There are actual people who have told me that the remake is better, and that's baloney. These 70s zombie movies from George Romero, actually the first one was 1968. This is the original stuff. This is deep stuff. This is about. There's so much in there. It's not just a horror thriller. There is satire in there. There is critique on consumerism, all this kind of good 70s stuff, the paranoia, the conspiracy stuff. Don't tell me that a 2014 remake of Dawn of the Dead with like basically good-looking teenagers in hip clothing and zombies. I mean, come on. Anyways, I'll shut up.
Mm-hmm. But I guess on my favorites is Weird Science.
Oh,
but the movie
yes.
was crap. The TV show was way better. The movie was crap though. But yeah,
No.
that's all I'm saying.
Oh my
No.
God,
The
the movie's
awful.
not crap. No.
If you saw the TV show all the way through, you would say, "Yep."
The next thing that
way better.
Leper
than the movie.
cannot be my friend anymore, because the next thing he's gonna say is that Encino Man was a bad movie, and that was gonna be my number 1.
Chicken says number 5. His number. Chicken said his number 5 was The Thing.
Oh, The Thing, dude. Yes. Tell me John Carpenter's The Thing or Chicken Dinner, I'm gonna kick you in the nards. There's a remake. He
said yes.
Very good. There is a 2010 remake. I didn't even know about that. The Thing is amazing. The Thing is amazing. And we talked in the book club about novelizations of movies, and Alan Dean Foster, who also wrote the novelization of Star Wars, wrote a novelization of The Thing, which I have here in German, and I love that book. Yeah, great film. Well, now we're talking.
Tia says 16 Candles or Breakfast Club.
Oh, the Breakfast. Oh my God. Oh, Tia. Oh my God. I love you, Tia. I'm not gonna kick you anywhere.
Because those like
16 Candles.
Like both of them movies are my
Hold on,
favorites.
Leper. I'm just conjuring up Breakfast Club with Ellie. What's her name? God, I had a crush on her. Ellie. Am I going? Do I have dementia?
Oh, yeah.
Can somebody?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's not Ellie. It's
Ellie. She. What's her?
Oh, well, no, you're talking Allie Sheen. But no, it's not her. It's that other girl.
I'm not talking about Molly Ringwald. I'm talking about the other one.
Okay.
Not Molly Ringwald. Let me look this up.
Ali Sheedy.
Ellie Sheedy. There we go. Oh my God.
You mean that White girl?
Well, thank you, Leper. Well, I was remember, I was not the good-looking dragon in middle school. I was a nerd. The Molly Ringwald wouldn't have looked at me, whatever the terminology is. So yeah, the weird girl, Leper.
The
Ellie
one with
Sheen.
the pixie sticks on the sandwich.
I'll be
The
right back.
girls are so great. That's all I'm saying.
Ayushin, today we're doing by the sheer mayor power. We're doing our 10 best films.
Are we on number 4 yet?
Yes, we're on number 4. We're conceding. We've conceded to the mayor, and next we're going back to books because all this movie stuff is making me
My
crazy.
number 4 would have to be Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I thought you were going to say My Little Pony. Wizard of Oz. Okay. Wizard of Oz is fantastic.
My number 5 is
Good book.
anything starring Maggie Smith or maybe Judy Dench as well.
Maggie Smith, yes.
Because she is amazing.
Maggie
Everything
Smith
she does
is amazing.
Wonderful.
And you know what? I have a movie, Daisy. I went to England for a student exchange when I was 15 years old, and I bought a lot of VHS tapes at the what is the mega store called in London? Well, now it's the Virgin
HMV.
HMV, correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's a movie with Michael Palin and Maggie Smith and the other guy. It's called A Private Function.
Oh, I'm not sure I've seen that.
Now, what's the guy who's in every British movie? He's fairly overweight. And he has like these big...
not Brian Blessed. No.
I'm going to look it up. Oh my God. Yeah, Maggie Smith is amazing.
Yeah, she is.
I got to look
Excellent.
up the cast. Okay, folks, what's your number 4? Number 4?
Possibly Schindler's List. Maybe.
So, my number 4 is 16 Candles, and my number 3
16
is
candles,
Breakfast
la la
Club.
la la.
Oh no, the African Queen, maybe.
Wait, what's the other one? What's the other one you just said, Leper?
Breakfast Club.
Oh, Breakfast Club also. Well, that was already said.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean he can't have it for his number 3.
Well, Starfire. Let's not get ahead of us. Did you read the rules before you came down to the basement? No, I guess you didn't. There you go. And I just looked up the guy, Denholm Elliott. Daisy, do you know Denholm Elliott?
No, never heard of him.
Well, he's also
I read the
narrator of
rules
the
and
Lost
I
Book.
burned it.
Leper burned the rules. Leper read
Along with the books.
Yeah, that's exactly. He burns the books and then he tosses them into the road and then he burns the rules. And...
Chicken says Dark City for his number 4.
Dark City. Oh my God. Yeah. Very good. Oh, we should do VR themed. Oh, we did that actually once. We should do it again. Dark City is good. What else?
That was getting really hard now. It's number 2
I
in
don't
the
see
morning.
anybody else doing a number 4.
Somebody said Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, Matt. Matt, you can...
AO? Do you have a number 4?
AO? Is your AO on? I worked on that one for 2 weeks.
Oh, he's been talking.
Yeah. No, I'm working, but I'm having to do my whole top 10, so you'll kind of get it all at the end of, specific order.
Oh, just
I'm having to think it up right now. I know, but I don't know what order I'd put them in.
That's a hard one. I
No
mean,
one said Das Boot.
Das
I saw
Boot.
that very young. with subtitles, of course.
You know what?
Yeah. We really liked it,
Yeah.
The family, it was good,
Super important movie. That's both. And you know what? Sorry, but we sometimes joke in Second Life. We do like the Prim game, which is where we like say movie titles with like, Prim like Dancing with Prims or Brave Prim and the Never Ending Prim, and then somebody always inevitably said, Das Prim.
Tia says her number 4 is Avatar.
Avatar, yeah, I actually love that movie. That's I really love that movie. And I recall that Linden Lab at the time they're basing their campaign around Avatar. They really thought that this would be putting Second Life big on the map, which it didn't. That's fine. Oh my God, can I say number 3?
Yes.
You guys, okay, you guys want to guess what it is? By the way, Eliza, Azalea, hello, welcome to the book club where we're talking about movies. Chris the Wolf is not a Lego man anymore. Okay, so my number 3, you guys will never guess this.
Dora the Explorer.
No, My Little Pony. No, but it has to do with Avatar a little bit. I know you guys see me as sort of this hard-edged German decision maker leader who's ruthless. What?
Never-ending story.
No. Never-ending story. Oh my God, that's my red flag.
Yes,
I hate Never-ending Story.
Like yes.
Oh yeah,
yes,
that's the worst movie ever made.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah, it is. You're right. It's terrible.
Well, I was giving you a hint by saying it's somehow related to Avatar.
Avatar.
No, Titanic.
Oh, you must mean
Titanic.
I thought you were talking about Avatar the movie, the other version with the aliens. No, but the humans.
You mean the other camera? Can't think of it. No, but my number 3 is Titanic. I thought Titanic was awesome. I really thought. I saw that in the Mann's Chinese Theater in Hollywood when it came out on, I believe it was opening day with my then girlfriend, and it was awesome.
She could have let Jack on that door.
She left me the minute I started crying. She said, "You are a wimp. You, Dragster, are. I'm gonna leave you sitting here crying because you're embarrassing me, Dragster." No, that's not true. That's not what happened.
Yeah, I had a crush on her, and she could have let him on the door too.
Yeah. Well,
my number 3 would be.
You had a crush on my girlfriend? Wait, somebody said Surrogates. Parzival saying Surrogates is good, very good. Bruce Willis, Casablanca, yes. I thought you talked about Pocahontas.
Bruce Willis had an Avatar movie, didn't he?
Yeah, Surrogates. Yeah,
Surrogates.
Parzival was mentioning it in the chat here. I have not seen it. Everybody's mentioning it. I really gotta watch that. It's supposedly quite good. Yeah.
What, Casablanca?
No, Surrogates. Bruce Willis was not in Casablanca, I believe. But I'm again a book nerd. I'm not familiar with movies.
I've never seen Titanic.
Are you the guy that always tells everybody that the book was better?
I tell everybody that if you Tia you're on dangerous territory. Starfire knows with a question like that, we're never gonna get out of here. You're gonna get a 3-hour lecture for free about my.
Okay. I can just assume. I'll shut up now.
Wait, I gotta restrain myself. Gotta get my pills. I'll stuff myself with my own dog. I'll eat my own dog food. Calm down, Dragster. Okay, I'm calm.
Right,
what are we talking
calm.
about? I'm calm.
Number 3.
It's all good. It's all good. Number 3. Number 3.
We're getting everybody else's number 3.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
I'll give you my 10 at number 1.
Human centipede. Sorry, what?
He said he would give us his number 10. All top 10 when we get to number 1.
Chicken
says number 3 is Blade Runner.
Oh. Blade Runner I was contemplating to be my number 1. Yeah.
Actually, Chicken gave 3. He gave his number 3, his number 2, and his number 1.
Yeah. Chicken Dinner is fed up with us. He's out of here.
Yeah. We're taking forever.
Well, are we not enjoying each other's company? Is that not the point of social VR?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, Starfire is trying to push us through here like some sort of like a proctal exam.
Well,
Let's get it over with. Let's get it over with.
Well, we got an ADHD host.
What? Wait a minute.
An ADHD host.
I'm just looking at this keyboard. Oh, look at these keys. What were you saying? Oh, look at this hair. Nice.
Oh, a piece of candy.
Oh, wait, a note from Ria. Where did she go? Fish.
Tia said her number 3 is Fifth Element.
Oh, yes. Fifth Element. Wonderful. Oh, my God. Now I'm thinking. Okay.
Oh, finally.
That made me think of another film that replaced one of mine.
Me too. And you know what it is? It's Leon the Professional.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys see Leon the Professional? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Parzival said theirs is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, it's good. It's decent, I guess.
It's only good at midnight.
Subongo says, is the event over? Sadly, it's not. Wait, where's Subongo? Hey, Sergio de la Cruz. Sergio de la Cruz.
Back to your microphone.
Well, I need to welcome people, too. I have a multiple tasks here. Nobody does my job.
Hello.
Hello, Sergio.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Feedback, back. Where's Subongo? Is Subongo still here? Is he playing the bongos? He was asking if the event was over. Sub, where are you?
Probably up on the street.
Sergio, this is very chaotic here. These people are talking about movies, and the last movie I watched was Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator in 1938. When it first came out.
And you only made it number 9?
Okay, where are we? Number 3, Leper?
I already get my number 3.
Which was?
Breakfast Club. And my number 4 was 16 Candles.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm only
I was trying to hurry you along, too.
Subongo, it's not over. Subongo, we're in the basement. Come down here. Come down here, Subongo. Okay, so who wants to do number 3? Everybody did a number 3? I'm not going to say did everybody do a number 2 because the toilets are out.
We've all done number 3.
Josephine, you don't have any favorite movies?
Hey, there's so many. There's so many, Drax.
You got to pick one. Or you,
Oh,
or you have to
number
leave.
for
to
me.
deactivate your sensor account. Yes?
Hey now. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3.
Bear for a lot of romance.
Tia, there's a creepy dude standing behind you.
Whoa.
What?
What was it?
I don't, give me just a minute to think about what my number
I know
3
what
would
Josephine's favorite movie is because you know what it is? Shawshank Redemption because it has a warden in it. Ha ha ha.
That's my number 1.
Oh my God!
I was
It
going to
is.
say that as
Oh,
one
yeah.
of them because it's funny. Because I
Yeah.
did like that movie. No, I like the classic Wizard of Oz,
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
the original one. It's good.
Yeah.
There was a remake?
Oh gosh, many times.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I like the remake of the recent one. It was pretty good. But that was a TV show, so yeah, that doesn't really count.
Wait, did you just say you like the remake of Dawn of the Dead?
No,
didn't
the
hear you
remake of
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody say that? You want to punch? You want me to punch you? Okay,
Oh,
so,
like a nice Hawaiian punch.
so what
but
is?
you know, Drax, there was
Yes?
so many remakes of Dawn of the Dead. It's hard to keep track. You gotta say the numbers of when you say remakes.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. Number 2 is going to be. I'm thinking. Should I say Shawshank Redemption now?
Clunk.
Okay, I know what it is because it can't be number 1. I mean, it's number 2 is Back to the Future.
All of them. Every single one. I
Yes.
think they're fun.
Actually, yeah, I think I would also say that, Josephine, because conceptually it's really brilliant if you look at them as one piece. And I mean the first one is probably the best pop. If you really also dissect it, which I have to do in my obsessive compulsive disposition, structurally, the first one is probably one of the best sort of popcorn movies ever made. Pacing wise, the pacing, everything is just completely perfect. The second one is awesome because it's just sort of a mind-bending addition to it, and the third one is a wonderful wrapping it up with suspense and humor. And so yeah, Back to the Future, absolutely.
So winner said The Mist, and I agree with
Oh,
you,
The Mist.
Senior Chicken. The Mist was good, but it reminded me of a lot of it reminded me a lot of Silent Hill, the video game. The same. Then the movie of Silent Hill wasn't as good as the video game. Well, the second one it wasn't. The first one was.
Um, can you Chicken Dinner is a very fast writer. Can you just quickly write up the synopsis of this movie of The Mist? I'm not familiar with it.
It's about mist.
Mist in German it means cow dung. So
Yeah, basically it was
it's
it was
true.
the thing about there was a mist in a town and nobody could see anything, and then next thing you know, these monsters come out of the mist because when you go in the mist, they end up dying, and then you find out that it's just monsters from that dimension.
Ah,
Isn't that the one that's based on a Stephen King short story?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the book was better.
It was one of
so it's
Stephen
like The
King.
Fog.
The book was better.
The Fog
Yeah,
meets
the book was better.
H.P. Lovecraft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that was the same plot that Silent Hill, the video game, had, pretty much. Because you walked in this town, you found a mist, and you didn't know if you can fight or not. And yeah, it was more about spending the creepiness on that game.
Chicken Dinner is
best game.
editorializing by saying, yeah, basically H.P. Lovecraft, he says, a freak. Let me do this with my movie voice. A freak storm unleashes a species of bloodthirsty creatures in a small town, where a small band of citizens hole up in a supermarket and fight for their lives.
The book was better.
Basically H.P. Lovecraft. Also, they're in a supermarket, and in Dawn of the Dead, they're in a mall. Oh my God, everything is the same, guys. Everything is everything is basically a Big Mac with fries.
Hey, Liz told us the other day it was, right? She told us everything was the same.
Yeah, well, but her books are not the same.
Because,
No, she was
there was a couple of shark movies that dealt in Walmart too. Just,
What? The sharks went to Walmart, and the Walmart greeter said, "Welcome to Walmart." And then they died.
Well, pretty much that people in Walmart were having they were getting stick up, and then somehow something happened where these sharks came and killed people.
Is that true?
And everybody turned against each other to save their own skins. And then they were like, "Man, I thought you were my friend. I guess not. Here you go."
There's a real.
And then,
oh God.
And then they had Walmart and Resident Evil. Yeah. See, everything's a lot the same.
With top three, we're going to get a lot of repeats. My number 2 is Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Schindler's List.
I
Anybody
doubt
else?
no one's going to have my number 2 on it. Well, you probably never even heard of it. It's Primary Colours.
Oh, I know it very well. It's good.
Film version of my favourite book.
Very good. Daisy and I have very cross taste here. Primary Colours is good. Yeah.
Oh, you know the film name?
Of course I do. Of course.
Well, it's very close to the book. The book is even better. It's my favourite.
Now you're making me think of...
My favourite book.
Yeah.
My favourite novel.
Now my number 2 is alongside. It's not even the same genre, but it's in the political realm. My number 2 is Wag the Dog. With,
no, I've not seen that.
Oh, it's amazing. With Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman. I recommend Wag the Dog to everyone. It's brilliant. It's about a scandal. The president is involved in a scandal, and to divert from the scandal, his handlers are inventing a war and making basically fake videos to
Right.
make the public believe that the U.S. is engaged in this war, and Dustin Hoffman is hired from Hollywood to conduct this campaign, and it's a brilliant satire. Robert De Niro is playing the top official who is doing this campaign, and it's all the stuff that we're dealing with today, propaganda, fake
Yeah.
news, and it's a brilliant satire.
They
Wag
think
the
that
dog.
they think that Nixon actually tried to scupper the Vietnam peace deal or something, for electoral advantage these days. There, I read something about that.
You mean that they were speculating that he would do that?
Well, yeah, they were speculating that he did actually try to scupper
Oh yeah.
Vietnam peace talks to make it advantageous for his election campaign.
My dad told me
Yeah.
this today. Actually, we were over.
He's a very nice character.
No, that wouldn't. That's absolutely not surprising. I mean, there are pawns in the chess game, and that's just it's leading us straight to the next show, which is called the Dragster Political Hour with Daisy Gator, where we talk politics, and then Daisy and I start screaming at each other because about 10 minutes into the thing, and then we say like,
about to be heated.
"Get out of here."
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. We usually don't get along. It's really
No.
we really don't see the eye on anything.
No,
We really
we
hate
don't.
each other. It's really
Yeah, it's really quite serious.
it's really serious.
If they were ever in the same real room as each other, they'd kill each other.
That's right. Yes. Well, I think we both suffered grievous bodily harm at one point or another.
No, actually,
At
I mean,
one point or another.
no, but quite honestly, Daisy, it's really funny because I am absolutely convinced that to 95% we are very aligned, and the stuff that we fight about is because we do see it, and it's almost like we like to interpret what the other person says in a way that causes a weird
that's
conflict. It's like fishing for drama, not fishing
That's
for
true.
fish.
It is. That is quite true. I mean, it's instinctive to me to be critical, you see, and I will always
Well,
look,
to me it
look
is
for the
too.
dif-
But to me it
I
is
will
too.
always look for the differences, yeah.
Yeah, but that's exactly why we then start fighting, because then we see like, oh, she's saying something. There must be some critique there, but then there actually isn't.
Exactly.
And so we kind of manufacture that in our
Somebody's
conversation.
barking.
But that would be, Yashin, you should, if you want to be the referee of these types of conversations, that would be fun. That would be an interesting show. Okay, now
Oh
we're
my
completely
God.
sidetracked because I have ADHD, DDHD, or whatever that's called. Where are we? Are we at number 1? Are we still
No,
having
wait,
fun?
no,
I guess we are.
Are people
I
already
didn't-
leaving? Sergio de la Cruz came in and he said, "I'm out of here."
Number
I'm
one.
not sure I'm allowed to even say my number one anymore because the star is not acceptable anymore.
What do you mean?
Behind the green
It's
door.
Kevin Spacey.
Well, as we had discussed earlier, there are artists who have troubled personal lives, but we can still look at them, or at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an interesting topic, which would warrant an entire show. J.D. Salinger had an affair with it's just recently came. It came out. There was a book written about it, but that's a completely separate subject. But J.D. Salinger basically abused a student who was a big fan. We'll talk about this on a separate show. But you were saying what Kevin Spacey movie you're talking about?
American Beauty. I think it's quite popular. A lot
That
of
is
people
a
like
wonderful.
it.
That
I
is
thought
a
it was
good
wonderful.
film.
It's the first film I actually ever watched on a laptop
Yeah.
or on a computer. I had this laptop at the time, and I thought, try watching a film on the
Oh,
computer.
wow.
It's a real novelty. Back in, I don't know when it was.
99, something like
Yeah,
that.
probably something like that. Back in '99. And
On a
yeah,
DVD?
I thought it would. Yeah, on a DVD. Put it in the computer.
You know what?
And it was on this tiny
yeah.
little screen. I thought, it's probably not. Even if it's a good film, it probably won't be very enjoyable staring at this silly little screen.
That's
but, I mean,
amazing.
I was totally transfixed by this film.
You know what? Now we're getting like nostalgic. You know, when you say that, I remember that we had a Netflix subscription when Netflix was mailing out DVDs. You guys remember that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
We had another company doing that. We didn't have Netflix at that point.
You had what?
We had another company doing that. We
Ah,
didn't
yeah.
have Netflix at that point.
Ah,
You
yeah.
guys had, like, it took a
Right.
while for it to come over here.
Of course.
I mean,
All the good stuff
Blockbuster
takes
used to
long
do
to come
that.
over to you back the third world countries like the UK and such.
Oh my God, we're ahead of time by 8 hours. Jeez.
Look, I can afford to do these stupid remarks because I'm German.
I
And
know.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we let you off.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the worst I'm the worst of both worlds. I was socialized in America, coming from good German stock, and now I'm just corrupted in the most unimaginable ways.
Drax?
Yes?
I can't pick a number one,
Yeah.
because
Why
I
not?
basically turned up late. I've got the whole 10, but I don't. But you're just gonna have to like find one out of them because I don't know which one to say is the best one.
Did you post all 10?
Yeah, so I can read them out. So
Yeah.
you've got Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets,
Oh my God,
which was
Loki Elliott hates that movie. Yeah, go ahead.
which is 2017.
Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle, which is
Oh,
2004.
nice. Yeah.
Doctor Strange, which is 2016.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Avatar, which is 2009. Ghost in the Shell, which is 2017. Monsters Inc., which is 2001.
Oh.
Spirited Away, which is
Oh.
also 2001. Jupiter Ascending, which is 2015. Blade Runner, which is 1982. And Spectre, which is 2015.
The only one of those I've actually seen is Blade Runner.
I
I'm
think
not a movie person.
I think you would enjoy Howl's Moving Castle is just amazing. I mean, Spirited Away too. It got more play and it was successful in the U.S. But I think Howl's Moving Castle is amazing. And
Yeah.
you know, when we're talking about anime and stuff, I would also say Grave of the Fireflies just comes to mind, which
Oh
is
my God, did you really just say that?
yeah.
That
Don't
was
you
the
think
greatest
that's
movie.
that
I
is the
guess.
greatest? I think that's my
it
number
is-
one.
No,
No?
it's the most depressing film. Like, if you please.
See, this
Please
is what
caveat.
this is what
It's
Daisy and I
very
fight about.
depressing.
I don't
Oh,
find it
depressing.
depressing.
Yeah.
I find it uplifting.
Oh my God! You need to if you ever advise anyone to watch that film. I mean, I agree with you in some way, but because it is so depressing, I just can't agree with you.
Well, it's a
So I would
heavy-duty
please.
subject. It is. You know,
Yeah.
I agree with. Look, this is
I
a
can't watch it again.
yeah.
I've watched it enough.
Yeah, you
I
better
always
watch it.
pre-curse when anyone ever talks about it. I always pre-curse if they haven't watched it. I was like, do not watch it on a bad day. Just like, do not watch it on a bad day.
See, I visited my dad today, and we have this discussion since I was a teenager, and people may know this about me. I studied music. I studied music formally to become a music teacher, and I studied piano and guitar and jazz and all that kind of stuff. And I was early on, my parents listened to a lot of classical, romantic classical music, and I was into contemporary classical, like really noisy stuff, like really stuff that is just scratching on the cello and stuff like that. Ligeti and Berio and Stockhausen, blah blah blah. Anyways, and today this topic came up because my dad and his partner went to a movie that won an Oscar for Germany called Toni Erdmann. I haven't seen it, but it's apparently pretty weird according to my dad. And he said, "Yeah, we just wanted to have a good time, and then it's just like a really weird movie." And then all of a sudden, my dad and I become a teenager again, and I discuss with my dad the function of art. And I say to my dad, I respect your opinion, but we got to think about is art, is it what's the function of it? Is it there to kind of entertain us and then make us feel good and then we can go to sleep, or is it there to and that stuff is not mutually exclusive, by the way, but my point would be I want to be not only entertained. I really want to be deeply touched and I want to start thinking about stuff. And Grave of the Fireflies, of course, this is a very, very depressing subject, and the images are disturbing. But I think ultimately, this stuff it gives us hope. I mean, at least me, I can understand that I wouldn't somebody who is, in a really the state of depression is it's probably not a good
Definitely.
film to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody
Yeah,
on
definitely not a
suicide
good
watch
film.
should not watch this movie. I mean, this is an extreme statement. But I think I'll shut up in a second. I just want to say we may need to, as a human species, look at stuff that is disturbing and try to deal with it, and let art be disturbing to us and not just gloss over stuff and be all nice in Hollywood and wrap it up nicely in a nice bundle. And that's why I don't like Ready Player One, for instance, um, without having seen it, because anyways, yeah, it's just my opinion. That killed the room. But Leopard,
But
you were
yeah,
saying you liked this movie, Grave of the Fireflies.
yeah, it was good, but I agree with ill. It was disturbing, but I disagree with him when he says you should not see this on a bad day. No, you definitely should see this on a bad day. Not a depressing day, but on a bad day, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
It connects between life and death and stuff like that. So at least you know.
yeah. Exactly it explains that, and there is beauty in this film, and there is the humanity. And I mean, again, I mean, I this is the Drax Files Book Club, and because my name is on it and it's book club, I'm gonna be a little bit authoritarian and dictator type here, which suits my personality, because
There's so much beauty in the world. That's the line from American Beauty.
yeah,
I think what's so brilliant about that film is it's a mixture of really depressing and beauty. You
yeah.
know, it's the conflict between the two. I
Yeah,
think.
and isn't it funny
It
because
is
Grave of the Fireflies
so
is
clever.
similar. And you know what, Daisy, and I think the top picks of this conversation are things that mix the two, because that's the human condition. Uh, the human condition is this pendulum swinging between despair and happiness, back and forth and back and forth. And I think good
What
art
a
reflects that.
beautiful world.
Let me just say, I read on the last plane ride, I read a book called The Ministry of Utmost Happiness by Arundhati Roy, who is a multi-award-winning author.
Yeah.
Arundhati Roy is amazing. She wrote a lot of nonfiction books. She's a journalist, and this is her first book in 20 years. This depicts the Kashmir conflict in India. It is brutal. It is there are depict This is 500 pages. There is tens, 20,
Yeah.
30 pages of mayhem, of murder, of people, multi-ethnic state with multi-ethnic conflict. But this is also a book of utmost humanity and beauty. It's almost like the literary version of Grave of the Fireflies in its subject matter. Um, and I wouldn't miss this for the world. But I know, Daisy, you were saying, like, for you, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is kind of depressing, and I found it super uplifting.
Yeah, I find it quite well. It's a mixture again of depressing and not depressing, I suppose, and it's a mixture of the two, isn't it? I think for me it is. Yeah, I guess I'll find it more depressing than uplifting. But there are uplifting elements to it as well. Otherwise, it would just be unremittingly depressing.
Yeah.
You don't really want that, I think, in a book. You need some light elements.
I'll tell you, if you really want to be depressed, read The Kindly Ones. See, I'm like, this is a book about World War II. It was, anyway, now I'm getting, oh, here's Ryan Schultz. Is this Ryan Schultz from RyanSchultz.com? Ryan Schultz!
Hi there.
Hello, Ryan
Schultz
from RyanSchultz.com.
I didn't mean to interrupt your book club.
No, we need a librarian here because these people are talking about movies and I'm outnumbered. Ryan, you can wrap it up. We're wrapping up the show, and Ryan has the last word. Now, is art here to entertain us and make us feel all cozy inside, or is it there to maybe reveal a deeper humanity? Which one is it?
Both.
Yeah, wrong answer. No, he's right. Of course, yes. And we can do both. And absolutely. Yep.
So my number 2 favorites is between Godzilla and Jurassic Park. My number 1.
Wait, you're always taking 2 for 1 slot. That's not fair.
Well, I said between.
Okay, between. Okay, you're fine. Number 1.
So yeah, I can't choose this between Godzilla and Jurassic Park. My number 1's got to be 34. Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay.
My absolute favorite.
Okay. Miracle on 34th Street.
The original or the remake?
The original. The 1950s.
Wow. That's awesome. I have never seen it. I'm putting it on my list.
You've never seen it?
No.
Never seen it?
Oh, God. No.
It's like one of the few Christmas films that isn't complete tripe.
Yeah, but my family doesn't watch movies on Christmas.
Miracle, the Santa Claus.
No, nothing. Seriously, it's really, I live a sad world. I live in a sad world.
What do you do on Christmas?
We have conversations.
And they burn the tree.
No, Yashin, we have conversations about nuclear war and such things.
And you put in the tree.
And exactly.
You put live candles on your tree, yeah.
No. Wait.
Talking about
real flames, real candles, lit candles on your tree, burn the house down.
No.
Well, we had a German neighbour who used to light candles on her, real candles
on
her tree.
This is racism, Daisy. This is racism.
Her house was made out of wood as well.
This is
she
cultural.
Had wood panelling on her walls and everything. We always thought she was going to burn her house down. We were convinced.
This is so funny, Daisy, because...
Did she ever do it?
No, she didn't. No. By some miracle, she didn't burn herself down. But, yeah.
Okay, let me just say that even in Germany, we started to use electric candles in the late 80s. Maybe we were late to the party, but
she was quite old. She's still alive. I think she's in her 80s now. But yeah,
but I do remember
live candles.
We had live candles for a long time.
Mad.
That's Mad. True. We had live candles until maybe the early 80s or the mid 80s. And my dad thought, yeah, totally true story. I'm still alive. Yeah.
Miraculous. Any Germans are still around today.
No, it's just, the genes, it saves us. Okay, my friends. It's time to wrap it. This has been the book club. Have you guys enjoyed the book club?
Yes.
Yes, really?
Lots of
It
fun.
was better this time than other times.
Really?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far.
No. I prefer talking about
Now, that time that you weren't here, Draxy, that was a really nice one.
I knew it ended with somebody dumping a bucket of feces on my head. But fine, Starfire. I can stomach it because I
was told there was cake.
What?
I was hanging out for the cake. I was told there's free cake.
Yeah.
There was. You missed it.
You have a kick animation. Then you can kick me.
Cake.
Oh, cake. Oh, I felt like a free kick me in the nards. That kind of thing.
She heard there was cake. I told her she missed it. It was at the beginning of the club.
That's how they tricked me into coming.
Have to get here early.
Actually, did I say my number 1 movie?
Didn't you say it was Grave of the Fireflies?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Grave of the Fireflies just because, just to antagonize Ayashin, just to tell him basically this is symbolic choice, Ayashin. It's something for you to think about when you go home to your Sansar world or whatever, wherever you live.
Hey, I'm not judging. I mean, I'm not like saying it's not an incredibly good film. I'm just saying I steer clear of it at every time possible because of how utterly depressing it is. It will reduce anyone in any state into tears. It's like the red flag film of all time.
I will watch it for Christmas.
I would say my number one
Don't tell my dad. What?
I would say my number one is Secretary.
Oh, I have not seen that. That was recommended to me with the Gyllenhaals, I suppose. These actors. See, I know some names.
We should do top 10 TV as well. A lot of my favourite stuff is.
Oh yeah.
Television.
I would like to.
Good TV.
I enjoyed today quite a bit because it gives me a good list of stuff that I'm going to put on my to watch list. But I would like to and please think about this for next week. I would like to keep the book club as a book club. I want it to be inclusive. I don't want it to be cerebral and, all like, hey, you guys can't, we're gonna like exclude you because we're such total nerds and you guys don't, like it's not gonna be like a Star Trek convention where you come in and you're being you're not being accepted just because you don't know.
What was the last room on the Hall of Deck 14?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Or when was the last time Data was beating or Q, or what is Q's favorite food or some shit like that. So I want to try very hard to be inclusive in the book club and actually hopefully spark a little joy for reading with examples and with little readings. And so I'm going to prepare some stuff. I take that very seriously with a lot of passion, and I hope that I can instill that. I'm suggesting that we would do a separate moving images, which could include television discussion. I think that will be great. So if we decouple that, so that's something for you guys to think about. Let me know ideas, maybe a time zone. We always have a time zone issue, little bit with overlapping and stuff. I mean,
But Drax,
yeah.
because of movies and because of TV shows, it made me want to try to read a book.
Yeah. No, that's great. No, that's awesome.
That's why, I kind of got into books.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and that's,
I'm just saying, it's all like, what the generation nowadays, it's all about how you present stuff that make them go into the old generation style.
Okay, everybody read Stephen King's The Stand before the next meeting. We'll discuss
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's only 1,500 pages.
Sometimes, sorry.
Yeah, no, one thing real quick, Leper, you're absolutely right. And I certainly don't want to run these things in a dogmatic way that we can't do an overlap, but I do want to have it centered around that. And we actually also have a book club book that we decided to read, which I, to my shame, haven't read yet because I read all this Liz Jensen stuff, and now I got to read the next author that is coming is an author from LA. She's wonderful. But anyways, I don't want to have it dogmatic, but I think when we decouple these two things and we have an additional get together per week, I think that would be awesome. Please think about it, and please let me know if you're interested in hosting that, what time that will be. So, Yashin, what you wanted to say something?
Oh yeah, I was just going to remind you. Don't forget that talking about films can get people into books, especially when people realize some of the people might not realize. For instance, Howl's Moving Castle, for instance, is a novel. Mm-hmm. A lot of people would not realize that. Fight Club is a novel.
Yes.
A lot of people wouldn't realize that.
Let me stop you right there.
There's so many great films.
Let me stop you right there.
Books.
Ayashin, let me stop you right there. We hold on. I gotta go. I just realized the time. Absolutely, Ayashin, and that's what we do. That's why we put a theme on every one of these shows, and we did that in the past, and we'll revisit that. If you look at the events listing, I actually put together a little blurb, and every show has a theme, and we had themes like movies, books made into movies, movies turned back into books, and stuff like that. We have today's theme was unsung heroes, which we postponed. But you're absolutely right, and that's what we always do. We do like guilty pleasures. We do like so these are themed things. So hopefully people look at the events listing and they look at that theme and they maybe think and they maybe prepare something. That would be my biggest wish. It's not a requirement, but it would be my biggest wish if people would prepare that. You know what I'm saying? Like just a few thoughts, like glance at the event listing and whatever thoughts you have on that subject. So that would be awesome, I think, and that would be enriching for us. It could be enriching
If anyone
intellectually.
wants to laugh, I'll put the Galaxy Quest Chompers clip into chat
Yeah,
on
I see
YouTube.
it. Oh yeah. Okay, guys, it was really lovely conversation.
Never give up, never surrender.
Yeah.
Never give up, never surrender, never die.
I gotta go. I want to say Shyla is still in the hospital. Shyla is doing with Leopard the open mic, but Shyla is still she's been in the hospital for 8 weeks. She's doing okay, but the recovery is taking very, very long. Shyla the super gecko will be back hopefully soon. Send her.
Yeah.
Oops, taking the headset off. Yeah, send her some good vibes over there.
I've sent her some